So I just had this conversation with a guy who wanted me to join his board and help him with his acquisitions. And I think there's a lot of lessons here that could be really helpful for all of you who are thinking about buying businesses. If you don't know me, my name is Moran Pober. I'm the founder and CEO of acquisitions.com. We're the largest community right now of M&A entrepreneurs and investors. And we're also looking to invest in deals in the next year with our fund. In the last 3 years, we're involved in 100 plus transactions. And yeah, if you can, like, comment below, and we're going to do giveaway Amazon cards. We did already a little bit of those. We're going to continue with more of those, and let me know maybe in the chat if you want me to join your board, and if so, why. So back to this guy that I mentioned. So you want me to join his board. He want to buy his first business, and he's like, hey Moran, can you join my board? Can you help me buy this business? Can you do the work for me, or whatever he was thinking about in there? He heard that he need a board. Well, here are my thoughts when it comes to having board of directors when you're looking to do acquisition and being an acquisition entrepreneur. So having a board can be really good, but can also be really bad. So you need to ask yourself, what kind of board are you bringing to your acquisition journey? Is it a top tier board, first tier, second tier? What kind of support you're going to get from that board, right? So let's get to it and really show you what I mean by that. So having a second tier is basically having a bad board, which can be basically helpful, and at worst can even take deals from you. Can also be bad for you because it can discourage you. And I've seen a lot of people that basically stopped working on deals because of having a bad board. You need to ask yourself, are you able to connect to that person? Do you like him? Can you see yourself hanging out with that person? Can you learn from him? Is he enjoying working with you, talking to you? Right? What's the relationship between you? Do you respect him at least? Then you want to ask yourself, can he connect you to people like financial institutions, for example? You also want to ask yourself, can he invest in your deal? Will he invest in your deal if needed? Why yes? Why not? How much is he willing to have skin in the game if and when the deal makes sense? Also, you want to ask yourself, will he and his team do any work, right? And if so, what kind of work? And if not, is it worth even working with him and giving him equity if you're really thinking about building a $100 or $1 billion company? You also want to ask yourself, is he active right now in this world of acquisitions and not 20, 30 years ago? Because things that worked 20, 30 years ago are not necessarily going to be very productive right now. The people who worked at financial institutions, legal firms and whatnot 20, 30 years ago, guess what? They're not working there right now. And to be honest, I feel like a lot of people just rather bootstrapped, which basically means starting from scratch without a board, if they can build and bring someone who's a top tier board partner, basically. Because here's the thing, if you don't know how to find a deal, analyze deals, raise capital, operate a business, like the board is not going to do it for you or teach you everything. Like most people that talk to me are talking to their boards like maybe once a quarter or once, every few months. Do you think you can really learn all the process of doing acquisitions with just once a quarter calls with someone that you just met and told you that he'll help you? And if you think he's going to do all the work for you, really? You think someone who's retired in his 70s going to do the work for you? Someone who's young and excited about doing deals and working on deals? Why would he do that? And also, if you're working with someone active, you need to ask yourself, why would he do all of the work for you for just a few points of percentage of equity if he's already active? For me, if people reach out to me and want me to join their board, there's no reason for me to join as a board of advisors, because I want to lead the deal. I want to partner at least and have a significant, engagement in the deal. What kind of value can you add to me? With all the respect, if you never did a deal before, you don't know anything about business, you don't have fundamentals, you don't have understanding of what even a deal looks like and how to find deals, how to analyze deals, how to raise capital, how to operate the business, how to close on a deal. What kind of value can you add to me? Why won't I do it on my own? If you can join our accelerator and learn the process and basically speak at my 11, and again, I'm really trying to talk about those things without sounding like a snob, but if you can learn the basics, and that's the reason we created the accelerator, so we'll be on the same level and then we could partner on deals, or just be a scout and send me deals. That makes sense. But understand that if you don't have the basics and you don't have the confidence, no one will do the work for you. You need to learn the basics, and then people will be excited to join your board potentially. But no one will do the work for you and be your board and do the work for you. It's not working like that. Business isn't working like that. As an entrepreneur, someone who wants to build something massive, you need to take full responsibility, be the leader of that thing, be the CEO, be everything, work 24/7. And then you might find people, if it's me or anyone else, that will partner with you and support you. So with us, when working with us, we're supporting. That's why we have our concierge services, because we are not just supporting on a board level, but we're helping entrepreneurs operate their business, especially people who are just doing a roll-up or acquisitions for the first time. They need that support. They need those fundamentals so they can grow a business and not end up with 10 messy businesses. So you need to ask yourself, why do you need a board? Do you need it for reputation, for returns, for confidence? A lot of people that want to do acquisitions don't even have the confidence of talking to a business owner. Guess what? No board member will help you if you don't know how to talk to a business owner. You don't know what words to use and what script to process. And at the same time, I will say that having a top tier board member or a partner will help you avoid so many mistakes, right? Like saving so much time in the way you find deals and filter deals and analyze deals and raise capital and negotiate and structure deals. And then when you operate the business, with your HR and IP and sales processes and compliance and accounting and whatnot. And just overall having good fundamentals of business that a first-time entrepreneur or a business buyer or someone want to do a roll-up just don't know. And all those things can be massive impact and importance for someone who's first-time entrepreneur and trying to do acquisitions. I've also seen horror stories where a board member is it's kind of like doubting the entrepreneur or is guessing the entrepreneur, or board and partner who just try to show how smart they are instead of just being, calm, humble, and support the entrepreneur. So you need to ask yourself, will that board member help you with planning, with the processes, and not necessarily micromanage everything you're doing? Will he help you run the business properly, but not run the business for you, but just support you in running it? Because the board member job isn't to run the business, but it's to support the entrepreneur in running the business. Having the board running the business is like asking Michael Jordan right now, assuming Michael Jordan was a coach, and then Michael Jordan would just, try to go in and become a player. No, you need to decide. You're either on the bench as a coach or you're a player, right? You're not both. Good board will help you declare and create a great mission, which is something for the next decade for this business. A good board member will also help you create a great plan, which is usually kind of like a 1 to 3 year plan on who to hire, what the org chart look like, how to keep everyone accountable. It will also help you with quarterly goals and strategies. And then, of course, if needed, it can help you with tactics day to day. A great board partner will help you with the actual tactics that you can use day to day on how to find deals, analyze deals, raise capital, and eventually grow the business with things like social media, SEO, content marketing, and whatever it's going to be. And if you don't have someone who can help you with all those things, then ask yourself, why do you need a board? Maybe it's because you just don't have the confidence, because you just don't have the skills to do it. And if you want to be successful in this, you want to buy businesses, you want to do a roll-up, you gotta build your own power and learn the basics of what it looks like to close a deal from A to Z, with the nuances, with the small details, with the processes. Otherwise, I'm telling you, I've seen board members that are just not involved at all and barely taking phone calls once every few months. You're not going to get any progress that way. I've seen also board members who are just sabotaging a deal, being negative, not answering emails or calling back exactly when needed. And yeah, a lot of them are just, older and retired and just like, you know what, I'll ask for equity and I'm not going to do anything. And best case scenario, I'll make money. And if he's going to make a lot of money and he's not, for some reason, think I'm not included, I'll sue him. And then it's going to be very challenging for you if you promised him equity from the get-go. So even if you're giving equity for someone, ask yourself, what value is he providing, right? The reason I created acquisitions.com is so we are involved with equity, with our clients, with our partners, because we're providing value. We are working for the entrepreneur, not the other way around. I believe that the role of a board should be calm, enthusiastic, optimistic, because being an entrepreneur, especially when it comes to acquisitions, it's challenging. Being an entrepreneur, I feel like it's like 99% challenging, and then you have like 1% of, being happy and successful every now and then. But other than that, it's war. It's constant war. You constantly have different things to deal with. So I hope you work it out. I hope it added some value and share with you a perspective of how I look at about this process and the world of having a board in your company if you're running a business or want to grow by acquisitions. Hopefully it opened your eyes to what's possible. The last thing I want you to do is, first of all, never buy a business. The second of all is buy 10 businesses and end up in 10 messy situations that you can't get out of. And I've seen all of those things happen and I don't want it to happen to you. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed that. Like, comment, subscribe and all that. It will be super helpful for me and the channel. And I'll see you soon. Let me know also in the comments below if there are specific topics you want me to talk about, and I'll talk about it in the future. Have a good one and I'll see you soon.